Hey Capricorn, how's it going? Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I'm doing July 2020 general tarot card readings, and I will be using this new deck. I just received it, and it's called the Deviant Moon. So I've used this deck for all of the July 2020 general reads for, all the zodiac signs. So anyway, guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the reading and I hope it resonates. And I really love comments about the new decks that I get, you guys. So let me know what you think of the deck if it was too creepy, because it's got some, some pretty wild artwork, but I am getting some amazing reads here. So anyway, like I said before, I hope you enjoy, and I'm not much of a chatter. I like to get right into the reading. So let me just shuffle the deck a couple more times, and just so you guys know, my super cute dog is sitting right here beside me as I do readings, so which is helpful because she's a bit of a medium. All right, so let me do a deck cut here for you, Capricorn, and I'm gonna pull out some cards and then we will do the read for you. So this is a really interesting card here. So the first card I've got for you guys is the Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles, you guys, is a perception of lack. You could be going through a period of time where finances are a little bit low. There's something going on where perhaps you'd like a little bit more income. You'd like to receive more abundance from the universe than you're currently experiencing. So you can see here the pentacles, they're shining bright, but then the character, let's say it's going to represent you, is sort of ducking from it. So, and then you've got this sort of third eye looking out going, yo, what are you doing? So really kind of a strange energy to start off with. Let's keep on pulling cards so we can really get the story coming out here, and like, why would you be afraid of this abundance, right? So I just had a card flip out of the deck and hit my poor dog on the head. You okay, Lacey? Yeah. Okay, so I actually had two cards come out, so let's use both of these. So you have the Star here, and then the Ace of Wands. So this is really a contradiction in terms from the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is sort of this creeping, like dragged down energy. It's like, it's not confident, right? But then you have the Ace of Wands, which is bringing in new ideas. This is a very confident energy coming in from the universe. It's the gift from the universe, going to give you something to hold on to. A lot of characters in this deck, you guys, have four arms, so it's quite bizarre when you contemplate the artwork. And then you have the Star card, which is the epitome of hope and happiness, right? So something is getting in between you with the Five of Pentacles and this opportunity to manifest to your highest potential. So I'm going to move what I want to call the positive cards, the Ace of Wands and the Star, over to the right. And what I'm going to do is clarify this Five of Pentacle cards and see what's going on there. So you have the Chariot card. So right away, Spirit wants you to know that you're in charge of this energy, right? You could be, I'm getting messages like you could be watching television shows or listening to some sort of transmission, some sort of broadcast, that there isn't enough for everybody, right? So how are you going to plan to move forward? And this is going to be like a pivotal decision for you guys, like how to move forward in the future so that you can avoid feeling like this and rather receive this kind of message and blessing from the universe. So that's going to have to be a really strong decision. So let's say if you're like watching shows where, the scenario is that people are living in poverty, or you're watching news and everybody's living in poverty. Like we know that there is enough resources and wealth and abundance and everything good to go around. It's just that they're being divided incorrectly, and you have people living in super abundance where they will never ever spend the amount of money that they have in this lifetime or probably multiple generations. And then you have people on the other end of the spectrum where they have nothing to eat and no clothes, and it's just a complete nightmare, right? So I feel like you guys are stuck sort of in the middle and not sure which way to go, right? Because you're being conditioned. Just remember, guys, it's called programming for a reason. Remember that when you're making decisions on what to feed your brain, right? So, and where are your opportunities to change your energy around reaping abundance? And this is going to be any kind of abundance, your health, wealth, happiness, whatever it is that you want to increase. You're not going to help it by being sort of exposed to things that tell you the opposite story. So I'm going to pull another card here. So you've got the Nine of Wands. So it's definitely time to re-examine what is going on in your life and start making some solid choices, but where you actually see yourself. Not where perhaps media wants you to see yourself or your family legend wants you to see yourself. Keep in mind that your ancestors could have made, declarations of poverty or illness or wealth. There's a meditation and declaration folder on my videos playlist, you guys, and there is a declaration of sovereignty in there where you can claim your power back. So this might come in really handy for you guys to sort of separate yourself out. And if you've been in generations where people have had multiple downfalls with their abundance, it might be time for you guys to really, really control that, because you have this energy available with the Star and the Ace of Wands from the universe, and in between the Chariot, where you're in control of your energy, not anybody else, but it's how you're choosing to use it with the Chariot card, and sort of ducking underneath the wire of abundance that is available to everybody. You don't have to be born into a wealthy family to enjoy wealth and abundance. There's plenty of people that made their way up on their own, and that's because they just decided to. And I know when people think abundance, they generally think of money, so that's what I'm leaning towards here. So you've got the Page of Swords here, which is really bizarre. So let's have a look at the dynamic of the eye in the Page of Swords. Like, he's shining a light forward. So the Page of Swords, there's going to be some sort of message coming in here. And because this is, swords, which is air, I'm going to say probably Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius could be coming in to give you a helping hand. Maybe introduce you to a new way of doing things, maybe a job offer or something like that. There is someone holding a shining light here for you. You could just have a conversation with somebody, and it could be that light bulb moment that you guys need in order to pick yourself up and put yourself in the place where you want to be. These rags to riches stories that everybody hears, they're true, but it's going to take a determination to step away from any sort of programming you have received just from your lifestyle, Like, think about that movie, you guys. I don't know if you've ever seen it, called Precious. And if you haven't seen it, wow. And it's based on a true story. And this girl, she just lived through a nightmare, but her attitude was so positive and she pulled herself out of it. So it could be really important to find these kind of people that you hold yourself up to and say, well, if they can do it, I can do it, right? So I think that's a great attitude to have, rather than, yeah, I know everything I want is out there, but it's not for me, and I'm just going to keep on slinking away, and, hopefully nobody notices me, because that's not a good energy, and it's just going to flatline you. And it's time to I have no medical references, obviously. All right, so then we have the Knight of Wands here, guys. So there's definitely help coming in for you. I just really get the sense that two heads are better than one. You know, seeing this card here is a really interesting dynamic. Somebody could come in and carry you for a little while. You know, the artwork is so bizarre. Usually in knights, you know, this giant, whatever it is, doodle insect is a horse. So it's aiding to take you somewhere. But then the knight is also an energy moving forward, like accepting no limitations on your lifestyle or your lifetime. But I really see this is just going to hinge around somebody that is an air sign. So keep that in mind, you guys. And if you know somebody and they're doing quite well, or if they're a meditator or whatever, you might want to go and have a conversation with them so you can just flip the switch. Flip the switch that, you know, can take you from one energy to another. I'm going to pull one more card here, and I really like the fact that there is somebody that's going to come in and help carry you across the finish line. So 5 of Cups. All right, so this just says you cannot worry about anything that happened in the past or your failures. I mean, you all hear those phrases that it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, it matters how many times you get back up again, and all these things. And all this stuff is true. You know, all these old wives' tales or, you know, quotes, they come from people that have extremely hard times and won over top of them, you know, so you're just going to have to find somebody that's going to help you. You're going to have to ask for help because it's pretty clear from the cards that I'm seeing here, and no insult is intended. Your strategies are not quite working for you 100%, but there are people out there that have a better line of sight on what to do and what levers to pull and sort of how to run the show so that you no longer have to be hiding in the shadows of any sort of abundance. You can come out and really receive messages from your team of spirit guides to move you across that finish line. So I would really look for somebody, like I said before, I'm getting a really strong impression here of an air sign coming in, and that would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you guys. So pay attention to who's in your circle and who's doing well, and if you happen to know their birthday, maybe check out their sign and start picking their brain so you can open up yours. You know, look at the top of the head of the star card is open, and that's so it can receive more messages. So you have a little bit of unlearning and retraining to do here, but you could probably really, really change this around in a short amount of time. All you have to do is want to. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.